We're really fortunate at Hawthorne School. We have numerous writing opportunities for our students. Aside from just in the classroom, we also have this great writing club during lunch period, and the children bring in their manuscripts and edit and revise and illustrate and revise again with the tutelage of my good friend Margie, who works for the Writers Collaborative. And they make these terrific books, these nice little cloth-bound published items, and I put them in the library collection with a special housing area, barcode them, circulate them, and they are fabulous. Even the most jaded of readers would be delighted to read any of the books they create. But I wanted to take it a little further. I thought, Margie, these are too good not to share. And we need to digitize these and reach a larger audience. And also for archival purposes, because kids' work just kind of gets lost in the mists of time. So I went looking for some way to make digital texts, so to speak. And let me see here. There we go. This is a little publication written by a kindergartner. I put it out on the internet in an ebook form on Valentine's Day this year as a gift, a little Valentine to my Facebook community. And in the course of a few months, it had over 1,500 reads, which is some powerful authorship for a kindergartner who doesn't know a lot of difference between 15 and 1,500, but he knows it's a lot, and he's well motivated, and he wants to continue authoring. You can also see that people that read this book can buy print copies at a very reasonable price, which opens up some possibilities in the future for perhaps fundraising. I don't know about you, but I would rather buy print copies of my child's book than wrapping paper or chocolate, although I do love chocolate. You can also download these digital editions on your reader of your choice. So it's been a really fun thing, and obviously reaching an appreciative audience. Then I thought, well, I want to take it a little further. I would love to capture their voice reading. So I went looking and found another host that allows me to embed audio, video, or even flash objects within the text. So that's a lot of fun. I can have the kids read out loud. And it's a very print-like interface for the reader. It even makes little swooshing noises when you go to turn the page. And speaking of student voice, as Austin so eloquently showed us, with poetry, it's imperative that you capture the student's voice and get that emotive quality. We are fortunate to have the Missoula Writers Collaborative send us poets in residence where the children get to create these wonderful works, sometimes quite profound, always entertaining. And I wanted to share those as well. So I have the kids record their poetry using Audacity, completely free. I don't use anything unless it's completely free. And then they export them as MP3 files, and I load them onto TeacherTube, which offers subscription services. People can, if they so choose, get a constant stream of children's poetry on their device. They offer a little widget that I can embed in the library webpage so people can play. And also I download those files onto little MP3 players that the kids can then check in and out of the library and share at home. It's been great. A lot of our writing at school, of course, is content area writing. The best vehicle I've found for that, for the, I say older kids, they're this big, 4th and 5th graders, are the blogging services that I can use with kids, where they can explain what they've been learning and what they think about what they've been learning, and more importantly, learn responsible, respectful, and productive commenting skills, which is part of the rubric grade that they are assessed with. And any of you that have been on Missoulian.com and read some of the editorial remarks knows that that's a very important skill that needs to be taught explicitly. So that's been a fun thing for us too. But my favorite publication option, what's near and dear to my heart, is listening to kids tell me about their favorite literature. Being a librarian, that's a soft spot for me. So I've enjoyed taking their written traditional book reports and mixing them. The kids mix them with, stills and music and voiceover and titling, transitions, and make these great little book trailers where they promote what they've read to their friends and family. And they're absolutely darling, and they're very proud. And along the way, they learn important lessons about the principles of fair use, artistic and intellectual property, how to cite sources, all myriad of skills. And then I make a QR code for each video, ideally pasting it on the spine of the book so that theoretically one could take your handheld and load a peer-reviewed video trailer really easily. I've had some frustrations with blocking that we're working on, but that's what I'm presently working on. So on my website, not only have I published my own ebook to go with my little talk, but I have numerous examples of children's work that I encourage everybody to look at. They're lots of fun. And it's just so empowering to my students. They're motivated. They love to come in and write. They argue with each other about whose turn it is. And they just want to produce more and more and more. So they're obviously identifying themselves as creators, not just consumers of information. They're developing a really positive digital footprint from the time they're this big. And a more critical eye to what they're seeing on the web. So if anyone is remotely interested, I would invite you to take a look and get your kids' stuff out there. Thank you.